Hey guys, it's Kim. Welcome back to my channel. It's Monday. That's a lie, actually, it's Tuesday. Oops. I'm sorry for getting this video up a little bit late, but raising toddlers is hard. I could just do like a whole series on how hard it is and the crazy, funny, yet like make you want to rip your hair out things that happen to me every single day, like my daughter yesterday. I mean, I literally walked away for like 30 seconds because I'm making eggs for breakfast. She's just laying in the bed being all cute and sweet, all snuggly. I go get up to check on the eggs and come back because I hear the toilet thing slam down, which means I know that she's already trying to climb up the toilet and get into the sink. So as I hear that noise, I come running back there, and she has already fallen off the top of the counter and she's already on her back. And she's got the biggest bump on her head and a black eye, and I am just beside myself because like you can't even take your eyes off of them for a second. It's so scary. And of course we have a doctor's appointment tomorrow coming up, so you know, the whole black eye thing, that's gonna be fun, explaining that I don't beat my child. Anyways, moving right along. That's why this video is going up a little late. Just had a lot going on yesterday, so I apologize for getting this up on Tuesday instead of Monday, but we're gonna jump right into it. I don't want to make this intro too long. I really loved my spread from last week, the circular butterfly garden spread. And I really loved all the positivity that you guys gave me. So thank you so much, anybody that reached out and said thank you about my video or said something on my Instagram post, and anything nice that you said about it. I live for that stuff. You guys make me feel so good, so thank you again. And so I decided to do something similar this week. It's the same, but also a little bit different. So anyways, I'm gonna switch you over to the voiceover now, and I hope you guys enjoy. All right, so I started this spread this week the same way I started it last week, which was the grass. The grass is the most daunting task of it all, where you use a lot of greens. So I grabbed all my greens and just got all those over with first. I do this a lot with spreads. Any spread that there's a lot of the same color, I like to just do it all at once and just get, you know, as they say, just eat the frog. Get the worst part of it done first, and then you can just enjoy the rest. Not to say that I don't enjoy drawing this grass, but it's grass, so let's just be real. It's not the funnest thing to draw, but it does definitely give it a little bit something, because I feel like if it was just the flowers and the butterflies, it wouldn't really, I don't know, I feel like it'd be lacking something, which is why I decided to add the grass in the first place. This spread is really similar to last week's spread, but there are a few things that I did switch up, which we will talk about here shortly as soon as we get to them. I pretty much used the same flowers as I did last week because, like I said, it's been a busy week and I wanted to challenge myself, but I also wanted to do things that I already knew how to do. For the grass, I decided to outline it with the Pigma Micron 01 instead of the 005 like I normally do, because the 005 is super thin and you really couldn't see the outline as well. So I decided to go with the 01. Here I'm using my Crayola Super Tips to do sunflowers. I just can't tell you how much I love my Super Tips. I love them. They just, all the colors and the way they color, they are pretty much the bomb.com. Those and my Tombos, I just live for them. Adding a few stems here. Not sure why I didn't add the stems when I was adding the grass. That's what I did last week. Gosh, Kim. Just kidding. We're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Now here I'm outlining using the 005 because since I'm outlining this yellow flower, I really wanted it to be a super thin outline and not take away from the flower. So that's when I go for the 005. That's usually my go-to for outlining anything. Don't want it to be too thick. And here we're doing my favorite blue flowers that I learned how to do last month, where I just color in the middle a dark blue and then use the blending brush to color the petals. These flowers, last week I was complaining about how I wished I had room for more, so I went and made room for more. Now I have two, and there's like a little bit of a red one and a little bit of a bright pink one, so I switched the color up a little bit. Here I'm doing my carnation, which I've been doing all month as well, just doing the dark colors and blending it in. And now I'm sort of going over all my flowers again with the Pigma Micron 005. Now I outlined those flowers right there with the 08 because I wanted a little bit of a darker outline. All right, so now here we're getting into these little pink flowers. Now I talked about these very briefly in my last video because I didn't really have time to talk about them because I got them done so quickly. There was only like 4 of them, but this video, I really love the way that they look for some reason. They're real simple, they're real easy to draw, but the yellow and the pink I love the way it looks. So I added a bunch more to this spread. I think that I added a lot of different shapes and sizes too, but I stuck to pretty much the same color for them because I just was so in love with the color of it last month that I wanted to just sort of stick with that. It was a busy week and I wanted it to be, a difficult spread, and I wanted it to look pretty and I wanted it to be cool, but I also didn't want to kill myself, you know what I mean? I wanted to do stuff that I knew I could do, but I knew it would also look good. So it's sort of why I chose the flowers that I chose and the colors that I chose, just to kind of keep it simple but also still pretty. I love making things pretty. And I also remembered not to put stems on every single flower because I did remember that I kind of regretted that last week because I wished a few of them had just sort of been floating there. And so that's what I did this time. I wanted a few of the flowers to just kind of be floating around, chilling like a butterfly, and not all have stems on them. So that's what I did. And now I'm outlining everything again with the 005. I think the only pen that I used to outline anything differently that's not the 005 or the 01 is those big chunky flowers there. I used my super thick 08 because I really wanted the lines in the middle to be super thick. So I thought it'd be cool and give it a nice little cool effect if the outline was super thick as well. And I love the way that they all came out. You'll see that it's starting to get a little bit dark here, so shortly I'm going to turn my little diva light on and it's going to be like, oh, let there be light. You'll see what I mean here shortly. But yeah, the spread ended up going into the day, into the night, and there's the light. And here I'm doing a little bit of lavenders because you just can't have a butterfly garden spread without a little bit of lavender thrown in there. They're super easy to draw and they always come out really pretty, I think. I mean, beginners can do them. I mean, like even the most novice artists can just do a lavender because it's really, really, really simple. So I like to do things that look pretty but are also somewhat simple, especially on busy weeks like this one. Now I took the light purple, but then I take the dark purple and outline and do a little dot on the outside of each little lavender, and it really makes it pop. Love, love, love doing that. Now, when I was outlining this, I kind of thought that it probably could have done without the outline, actually would have looked just as good, but then it would have been the only flower that didn't have an outline, and then I felt like that would have sort of brought the whole aesthetic of the page off and looked kind of weird, so I just decided to outline it anyways. These are just those little simple flowers, just 5 little circles with a dot in the middle, super easy. Here I'm finally deciding to outline everything like halfway through the spread. Don't ask me why. And my phone died during this, so it's going to be like 1, 2, 3, blink, and they're all going to be magically outlined. And there it is. It happens, okay? Charge your phone before you do a YouTube video. Just saying. All right, here we go, finishing outlining some of the rest of the flowers here. God, I love the way those flowers look for some reason. And now I'm getting into my favorite part, the butterflies. I used my Tombow Fudanaski calligraphy pen. Again, I used the hard tip pen because I had such a great time with it last week. It looked so good. And it's really easy to get those dark outlines using this pen because it's meant for calligraphy. So, with the light strokes and the dark and the heavier strokes, it works really good for butterflies. Just really good. Now this one I'm doing here was actually inspired by a butterfly that I saw in my pool or my little patio this weekend. So he's a little bit chunkier and fatter than most of mine because this one I was just doing like straight off memory. I saw him and I'm like, oh my God, I want to draw that butterfly on my spread. And I did, and I even colored him the same color. I'm really, really, really proud of my butterflies and how far I've come since the beginning of the month. If you'll sort of look at my very first, my plan with me for May and see how my butterflies looked then compared to now, they look so much better. And I definitely went a little bit more crazy and I started doing more designs in them as the month went on as well. I've just gotten more confident. I even added little circular little dots there, and you'll see I even grabbed my white pin and even add little white embellishments on their wings also. I mean, I was just going crazy with it. They're just so much fun to draw. If you have not already watched Amanda Rachel Lee's tutorial on how to draw butterflies, I would definitely recommend doing so. It was pretty much like, it kind of taught me everything I know as far as these, but I just sort of added my own little flair to it, my own little way, because hers was a little bit, she's an artist and I'm not, so hers is a little too difficult for me. So I just kind of used what she did, but with my own little take on it. And not all of them have the crazy designs. Some of them are just blank and then I just color them in. It all just sort of depends. Usually the ones that are like sort of to the side, I don't like a lot of designs on those for some reason because I feel like they get lost because you're only looking at the butterfly from the side. And here I'm coloring in my favorite yellow butterfly, the one that I was so inspired by that I saw. And here you'll see I'm taking my white jelly roll pen and just adding a few little dots to give it a little something something. I decided not to stick with just pastel butterflies this time. I'm like, you know what? I just want to go with cool color butterflies and that's it. So that's what I did. Butterflies look cool with cool colors. So I went with the blue, an orange, a yellow, a green. I think I have a purple. Yep, there's a purple. I love, love, love these. And then a pink. And I think this one ends up being like a pastel green. Yep. Love, love, love. I just love it. And for the first time ever, I'm using my stickers from Sticker Guru, which I kind of wish I'd been using all along, but love the way it looks. I always forget to write in the date, so I wanted to make sure not to do that this time. And there we have it. That is my spread for the week. Love, 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 loved it. I definitely think I'm going to be incorporating stickers a lot more because, I don't know, I have all these great stickers that I get from my Sticker Guru subscription that I got from Cratejoy, and I always love them so much every month, and then I find myself not using them because I want to do my own calligraphy, or I want to do this and I want to do that, but when I got to the end of the spread, I was really tired. It's been a long day, and I'm like, you know what, I got all these great stickers, why not just use them? So I decided to use them, and it came out great. Love, 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 love it. If you like it, please let me know. Leave me a comment. I love to hear from you guys. It would mean the world to me. It would definitely mean the world to me if you would hit that subscribe button. And as always, you can follow me on Instagram as well at Imperfectly Perfect Planner. And I will see you guys next Monday. Not Tuesday, Monday, promise. Awkward wink.